I think we lost them at the corner.
Well, of course we lost them because they're never following us in the first place. I really think we should end all of this tour of Landview business and get going with why we came here in the first place. To investigate this location as a possible location for the documentary. The one we're doing on Lana Flagg. Hello, Bo. I'm telling you, nobody is following us.
Oh, come on. Is there a phone in here? I'm gonna call a cop.
You know, I really think that you're overreacting. You're being very overprotective. Ever since Sarah got raped by Austin, you are so suspecting of everyone and everything, including cars that follow you for 2 blocks.
Look, I've always listened to my gut feelings in the past. They work. This time my gut's Hello. Can I speak to Captain Rafe Garrettson, please? This is...
What's wrong?
Phone just went dead.
I think I must have said about half a dozen silent prayers in the last 15 minutes for Max. And one great big prayer of thanks for you, for rescuing us at the warehouse.
I told you I had a gut feeling that you were in trouble.
I know, that's the bond between us. It still holds us together.
There's been a lot of strain put on that bond lately. And in spite of what we've been through, I still have my doubts about us. And frankly, I'm scared, Viki. I'm scared for our marriage.
It's not your fault.
I know that. I just wish I could have done something to stop Serena from shooting Max.
You were a hero. You stopped that bomb. You saved us from all getting blown up.
I know. I still wish like I could have saved Max from what he's going through now.
I know. Like, I wish Serena and Ambrose wouldn't have made such a clean getaway. I mean, this is all their fault. They're all responsible for this. I just wish there was something I could do.
What? Tina, what are you thinking about now?
I think I know how to track them down. I'll be right back.
No, Tina, no way. You're not going anywhere.
Gabrielle?
Max, is he?
No. Just put that thought right out of your head.
He's still alive, then.
Yes. But I'm afraid this terrible ordeal is only just beginning.
Dr. Clark.
Yes, are you Dr. Wallach?
Yes, Dr. Daniel Wallach. I'll be observing if that's all right with you.
Yeah, that's fine. How's the patient doing?
Well, his BP is 80/60 and his heart rhythm is sinus tach.
Declining blood pressure and fast heart rate. That's not so good. What else?
His rate is 120 and the monitor is showing frequent PVCs.
Where's the bullet located?
Well, the x-rays show that it has ruptured the spleen and the bullet is lodged just beneath the heart. He's losing blood. We're going to have to work fast to save him.
Fast, but cautiously, Dr. Wallach. The patient's already in a very unstable condition. With the bullet lodged that close to his heart, one careless slip of the scalpel and we could lose him.
Here's what you do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one night to live.
What are you doing?
I'm keeping you from running off half-cocked once again, Tina.
Don't you want to find the Wymans?
No, I want the cops to find the Wymans, not you.
But I have a great lead on them.
You know, they just tried to kill us. They tried to kill everybody not too long ago, Tina. You think that would make you realize that these people are unhinged and dangerous?
Well, I'll be careful.
No, Tina, I don't want you going anywhere near them. You understand me?
But
End of conversation.
But, Cord, if I find them, then I could get my freedom.
Tina, you have done everything you possibly can to try to expose the Wymans and their baby selling ring. You know that? Now, Herb Callison knows that. He will tell Judge Carlin, and hopefully that will spring you. Judge Carlin might let you go.
Well, what if he doesn't?
If he doesn't, Tina, then you do your time at the halfway house. And you realize that it's better to be alive at the halfway house than dead because you went out searching and trying to track down Ambrose and Serena.
But if I track them down, then the judge will release me.
I'll say this to you one more time. Leave it alone. Now, the police are handling this, all right? They got an APB out on these people. That means the airports are covered, train stations, bus stations, all of it. Car rentals. Tina, don't worry about it. Let the police do their job.
But what if they don't? What if the Wymans get out of town and they start selling babies someplace else?
All right, if you are this concerned about it, let's go talk to Rafe. You can tell him everything you possibly know about them, all right?
I don't really know that much yet.
See? Tina, you're acting like you know exactly where they are right now.
I know where I can look to try to find information to track them down. All I have to do is get to the LLC and look through the files.
No.
Then maybe I can find some kind of clue, or
Tina,
maybe they left something behind.
Listen to me. You are not going anywhere near that place. I am ordering you to stay out of it, okay?
Ordering me?
Yes. Obviously, you have taken leave of your senses, so I'm going to have to watch you like a hawk.
Clint, you don't need to be afraid for us. If we try very hard, we can make our marriage work.
I wish I could believe that.
I never said it was going to be easy. Nothing worthwhile ever is. But I need to know that I'm not the only one of us who wants to put the pieces back together again.
And what if those pieces are too scattered by now?
I don't believe that they are. That sense that you had earlier that I needed you, that feeling that you had, it was very real because I do need you, Clint. I always have and I always will.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. I got about halfway to my car and I just couldn't leave. It's something I have to say to you.
So, what would you say his chances are of making it through the surgery?
I don't know, darling.
If he doesn't make it, it's going to be my fault.
You keep saying that, Gabrielle, but it's not true.
Yes, it is true. You see, Serena was aiming at me. I'm the one who should be at death's door, not Max. If he does die, I'll never be able to forgive myself.
God, why are you so hard on yourself?
You see, once again, I am the reason for Max's pain.
You are
and
not.
misery.
You are not the reason, darling. I don't know why you think you're responsible for Max being shot. I mean, you and Max would never have been at the warehouse unless the Wymans had lured you there because they'd kidnapped your son. They're the ones who are totally responsible for the condition that Max is now in.
He saved my life. And he's facing death because of me.
Gabrielle.
I need to pray.
Yes. Yes, I'm glad that you have prayer to turn to at a time like this.
It would work for you too, you know. All you have to do is put your hands together.
Oh, I'm afraid I find it terribly difficult to believe in things I can't see or touch.
Mummy, please. Max needs all the prayers he can get right now.
Gabrielle, I haven't prayed in God knows how long.
God knows. He knows what's in your heart. He just wants to hear you say it.
I doubt if he'd recognize my voice. Perhaps it's worth a try.
What, you got cut off, you mean?
No, it's more like somebody cut the wire.
Oh, stop being so paranoid, really. This is an old house, old wiring, old lighting. You know, the lights go out all the time. I'm sure the phone would go out.
Listen to me. I'm right about this guy following us, Megan. All he has to do is sneak around to the back, cut the phone wire. We're trapped inside here. We're perfect victims.
Who would go through that much trouble?
The guy who was watching Sarah and me at the roller rink.
All right, look, instead of standing around here talking about this, let's just scout this location like we said we were going to do and leave.
I got a better idea. Why don't we just forget about this location? Let's just leave right now.
All right, let's just leave right now.
Fine. Come on.
What was that?
Somebody's trying to break in here. Come on. Is that a closet? You know.
Yes.
my God, he has a knife.
Come on. It's you. This is the guy from the ring. Clever boy. Who are you? Why are you fighting out? Megan!
Dear God, I'm not asking you to spare Max for my sake. You see, he is a wonderful, kind, and caring person. And he loves his little boy. Our little boy. He loves our little boy more than anything on this earth. To know him as I do is to know the warmth and the caring and the understanding. And to know how he can wash away one's problems and worries with one single kind word. Dear Lord, please hear my prayer.
Oh, God, please remember how loyal he is. He stood by my daughter in her darkest hour. And he helped her regain her freedom. And now, her life. And if we were to lose him, we would all miss him very much.
Yes, we would. In the name of the Father,
And the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Do you suppose he heard me?
Of course he did.
I just thought I was saying it all wrong.
Oh, Mummy, there's no wrong way to pray.
Oh, Gabrielle, I have a confession to make. Even as I was saying those words, I couldn't help but think of all the horrible things that Max has done to you. Oh, I know we've been through this hundreds of times, and this isn't the time or the place to rehash it. Do you know something else? I realize now that you're never going to feel any differently about Max, and I don't think I'd want you to. After his support during the trial, and now to run in front of a gun and save your life, it seems obvious that you do have some special destiny.
Yes, we do. And that's what scares me.
Why?
Because our lives are always going to be entwined. Which means that I will continue to hurt him for the rest of our lives. And that thought I can't bear.
Darling, you talk as if the only reason you were put on this earth was to hurt Max. You can't honestly believe that.
I don't know what I believe. I do believe I need answers, though.
Gabrielle, don't you think we ought to go back to the waiting room in case there's some word about Max?
No, I want to be alone for a moment, please. Would you wait for me outside?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Suction, please.
Patient's blood pressure is dropping, doctor.
Reading.
70 over pulse.
Heart rate.
Increasing. Sinus tap rate 180.
Damn it, I haven't even found the bullet yet.
Patient is experiencing cardiac arrhythmia, having short bursts of VTAC.
All right, hang on, Max. I think I see it.
Give me a 75 milligram bolus of lidocaine.
All right, I've located the bullet.
Increase the beat
4
to
steps.
200 a minute. How long is it going to take you to get the bullet out,
It's going to take time to extricate it without damaging the heart muscle.
Well, Max is still losing blood. I don't know how much longer he'll be able to hold on.
Well, if we're lucky, the transfusion we're giving him will buy us enough time.
And if we're not lucky?
I realize I never thanked you for rescuing us at the warehouse.
No thanks necessary, Roger.
Well, I owe you one, Clint. You know, you should consider joining the cavalry.
I should consider having my head examined. When you told me that you and Viki were going to meet with Ambrose again, I should have known right then that you were going to be leading her into the middle of another dangerous situation.
Clint, please.
I thought we had him nailed.
I thought. You didn't think at all is the problem. If you had, you would have had the police to back you up.
Clint, please, it's over.
Look, I didn't come back here to argue. I came back to thank you. Can we just leave it at that?
Yes, of course we can. And you're welcome.
Excuse me, folks. Thought you might like to know I just put in a call to Rafe.
Did they catch Ambrose and Serena yet?
No, not yet. But I told Rafe about all the research I've done on the Wymans because I was putting that expose together, and he'd like to see it.
Oh.
You think you got some info in the notes that'll help Rafe track him down?
Well, that's what I'm hoping for.
Well, fine. We'll get in touch with you at the Banner if there's any word about
Well,
Max.
actually, all my stuff is over at Landfair, so that's where I'm going to be. If you need to call me, you can call me there.
Will do.
Great. Look, Tina, I'm going to take you back to the halfway house, okay?
Actually, I'd like to stay here a little longer.
I told Yolanda I would have you back by 9:30.
Well, Gabrielle needs me, and then I'll call Yolanda and just tell her I just need an extra hour or so.
Okay, fine.
You know what? I'll go along with you. Nothing would please me more than to help put that trash behind bars.
All right, great. Look, Tina, I'd like to keep an eye on you, but since Vicky's here, that'll be okay. Just stay put, huh?
I will. I promise.
Good. Come on, Clint, we got some big game to catch.
Right behind you, son.
I'm very sorry for the way Clint reacted.
Now, don't be. He had every right to be angry. I led you into danger, and I had no right to do that.
Still, I am the one that got you involved in all of this.
Well, I wanted to protect you, and I almost got you killed instead. My God, Victoria, I love you so much. If anything had happened to you, I know.
Come on, man, sit down. Just sit down. Are you okay?
Yes, I just got the wind knocked out of me.
You never wear an overcoat to a fight. God! What was the last thing I said to you in the car? If there's any trouble breaks out, you make yourself scarce. You remember that?
Well, excuse me. I was just trying to keep him from beating you up.
He wasn't gonna beat. It was the overcoat. I was this far from turning the tables on him.
Okay, it was the overcoat, but maybe I could have helped you turn the tables with the smack from that candlestick. Fraternity Row, the bad guys always lose. Heroines are not supposed to get slugged in the stomach.
Who is this guy?
I thought you said you knew him.
No, I mean...
Recognized him.
Who is the guy? Why is he after me?
Well, why does he have a knife?
And his ring he has.
What ring?
The ring. The ring he was wearing. I was this far of it when he was grabbing me. It's like a rectangle, just like this, black, real, like onyx. And then there's these diamonds on either side of the thing. There's enough light in here to make these things sparkle.
Are you sure?
Why? Does that mean anything to you?
No, I know.
Well, a ring like that has got to mean something to somebody. Oh, God.
What is it?
This is a picture of Sarah. The guy must have dropped it out of his pocket.
Oh, no, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
This guy's after Sarah.
He probably thought that I was her, and that's why he's been following us.
I hate it. That's a distinct possibility, Megan.
Arvo, if that's the case, you cannot tell Sarah what's happened.
Nurse, we need more blood here.
Right away, doctor.
Doctor, can you work any faster?
No, not without taking the risk of damaging the heart muscle. Nurse, if you would.
Come on, Max. You're almost home. Just hang in a little longer.
Patient's going into acute respiratory distress. Pressure's dropping 50 over palp.
Hold on, Max.
He's clamping down on us.
Damn! I know this isn't the time or place, but I want to tell you how I feel.
I know how you feel.
No. I mean about what happened today. We were nearly killed. I don't know about you, Victoria, but coming that close to death.
Roger, please. I don't want to talk about this.
I do. I need to. I need for you to know what was flashing through my mind as I was watching the seconds tick away. Those were the seconds of my life. And I realized that even under the best circumstances, I don't have that much time left in this life. And it scared me. It scared me because I'm spending that time alone, when I could be spending it with the woman I love.
Roger, please. People are starting to stare at us.
I don't care. Let them. What I have to say is important. Other people spend their time alone or living with the wrong partners, but we're not like other people. We don't have to spend our time like that.
Please let me go, please.
We were separated over 25 years ago. I don't know, fate or God or something brought us together again. There has to be a reason for that. We were meant to be together. We can't fight it any longer.
Stop. Please don't say any more, please.
Viki, is there any word on Max?
No, I'm sorry, Gabrielle, not yet.
Is he out of the surgery?
Not as far as we know, no.
Well, then we must take comfort in the fact that there is no news.
Is that blood for Max Holden?
Yes.
Well, why? What's gone wrong in there?
Look, all I can tell you is he's losing a lot of blood.
Said she was going to be here for Gabrielle. I wonder where she ran off to.
Great. Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
I've just about got the bullet free of the surrounding tissue.
Heart rate is stabilizing at 120. No arrhythmias, Doctor.
Blood pressure?
80 over 50.
Still too low.
You gotta get that bullet out, Doctor.
I know. Wait. I got it. Yes. There.
You know, it always amazes me how one small piece of metal can do so much damage.
You are so right. You can close now. Whew. I didn't think I was ever going to get that pry loose. The surgery was more complex than I thought. The bullet was deeply embedded in the tissue.
Well, now that the bullet's out, Max is going to be all right, isn't
It's
it?
too early to tell. It was a procedure, caused a lot of trauma to his system, maybe too much.
Well, you don't think that...
Look, we don't know. We may have won the battle, but we could still lose the war, as well as the patient.
Darling, Max doesn't need your tears right now. He needs your prayers.
It can't be. No, Max isn't dead.
No, Andy, he's not dead.
It's just when Rafe called me and he said that he was shot.
Well, he's in surgery right now. They're trying to get the bullet out.
Is he gonna make it?
He's having a rough time, Andy.
I've got to go to him. I gotta go to him.
No, honey, he's in the operating
No,
room.
I gotta see him. I gotta tell him that I love him and that I need him.
Okay. I know you must hate me right now.
No, I don't hate you. You must hate me. I mean, it's my fault that Al was kidnapped because I didn't take care of him, and then you and Max were locked in the warehouse. It's all my fault.
Oh, it's not your fault. I don't blame you, and I'm certain that Max doesn't blame you.
I have to see him.
I have to see him, please.
I know what you're feeling right now. I don't want him to leave us. I don't either. I need him too.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I just thought you'd like to know that Max is out of the operating room. It was touch and go for a little while, but he's through the worst.
Oh, thank God.
Is he going to be all right?
Well, that's a little early to tell. We did get the bullet out, but he's lost a lot of blood, which has affected the vital organs, and they've started to shut down.
Oh, my God.
What does that mean?
Well, that just means that we have to monitor him. Gabrielle, that's all.
Dan, come on, tell me the truth. Is he going to make it?
Man needs a miracle.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Who are you? And what are you doing here?
I asked you first.
Detective Slocum, Landview Police. I'm the one who put the tape up outside, you know, the one that you took down.
Well, I had to do that to get in here.
Why did you have to get in here, Miss?
Mrs. Roberts. Tina Roberts.
Oh, yeah. I know who you are. Everyone down at the station house was talking about how you helped Gabrielle Medina switch those babies.
How many times do I have to say I did not help her switch the babies, all right? I was forced into keeping it a secret.
Yeah, well, it's a secret to me what you're doing here, and I'd like to know what it is.
I used to work here, so I was just looking through some files.
Yeah, well, those files, along with all the other files in the clinic, have been sealed, pending an investigation. Orders from the DA's office.
Well, just take me a minute to look through them.
Sorry, I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Well, I don't want to take them with me or anything. I just want to be able to look.
Leave, Mrs. Roberts. Otherwise, I'm going to have to arrest you for breaking and entering and tampering with state's evidence.
All right. Look, I'm sorry if I caused you any trouble. You want me to put back the tape?
That's all right. I'll do it. Goodbye, Mrs. Roberts.
Detective Slocum. Yeah, everything's under control here.
Sean, well, what are you doing up here so late, honey?
I don't want to go back on the boat.
What boat?
Mr. Wyman's boat.
Well, what are you talking about?
We came here on a big boat. I got real sick. I hated it. And now that Mr. Wyman's not here anymore, I'm going to have to go back on the boat, aren't I?
Honey, are you saying that Mr. Wyman brought you here on his boat? Do you remember anything about this boat? Anything special? Honey, just anything at all. Just think really hard, because this is really important. Can you think about anything special about that boat?
It had a big red heart painted on the back of it.
A big red heart? Oh, that's very good. Can you think of anything else?
Just that I really hated being on it. Please, Tina, please don't make me go back on it.
Oh, honey, don't worry. Don't worry. You are never going to have to go on that nasty old boat again, okay? I promise.
No, Megan. I can't keep something like this from Sarah.
Come on, Bo, if you tell her that some strange man has been following us and carrying her picture, she's going to freak out. She's going to be reminded of the rape and Austin.
I know. You're right. Okay? I came up behind her a couple of weeks ago, and she's in the shower. She totally freaked out. When we're down in Arizona, somebody slipped her some peyote. She started to hallucinate. She thought I was Austin then trying to get her.
Okay, now you see, you can't tell her then.
Yeah, but this jerk with the onyx ring, this is a dangerous guy, Megan. I have to tell her about this guy, just in case he's after her. I just wonder why the hell he's carrying a picture of her around, and why did he take this in the first place?
Wait, picture, that's it.
What's it?
If he's carrying a picture around, then he must have had it developed somewhere.
Yeah, it's a long shot, but if I can find whoever it was that processed this film.
Right, you can ask them. Maybe they know who this guy is, and you can find out what he's up to.
Great. That's good. Good. I'm going to call Rafe right now, and I'm going to tell him that exactly what happened, give him a description of this guy. Maybe he can get a background check done on him.
All right, and then you're going to tell Sarah?
No, I'm going to make sure I get her out of town. Then I'm going to tell her.
I think that's a good idea.
The only trouble with that is she won't leave town. She's going to suspect something's wrong. She's not going to leave by herself.
No, don't worry about it. I have a vacation coming up. I can leave with her.
All right. Great. I like that, okay? We have to convince her now.
No, that's not a problem. Leave that to me.
Yeah, don't you worry. I'm going to leave that to you.
All right.
Come on.
Let's go.
No, nothing. Damn, I thought for sure we'd find something in these files.
Well, maybe it was just wishful thinking.
Some kind of a clue, an M.O. Wait a minute, the computer.
What computer?
The computer over at the Banner. I remember when I was typing in my first draft of the story on the Wymans. I put a lot of information in there. I'm going to the Banner and check it out.
Well, wait a minute. I left a stack of work on my desk when I took off for the warehouse.
Look, Clint, I haven't had a chance to tell you this since you've been back, but I'm sure real glad you're home.
Well, don't go planning any victory celebrations yet. Things are still touch and go with Viki and me.
What are you talking about? Not too long ago, a couple hours ago, you come charging in there like the cavalry. It looked like love to me.
Well, my love for Viki has never been a problem. I loved her since the first day I met her.
Then what is the problem?
The problem is that she's not the same woman that I met and fell in love with. She's changed, and I'm not too sure I can live with those changes. Well, we're wasting time here. Let's get over to that computer.
I think it's time for me to go now. There's nothing really that I can do here for Max or Gabrielle except maybe pray for a miracle.
Victoria, now that we're alone...
I'm not alone, Roger. We're in the hospital.
Look, Julia took Gabrielle up to the intensive care unit. Andy went to find Megan to tell her about Max.
I know you want to continue our conversation. I'm really not interested.
You can pray for a miracle, but you're not interested in a miracle that brought us back together after 25 years.
Oh, Roger, please don't start this again.
This has to be discussed.
No, it doesn't. It has been discussed, and every time it's discussed, I think it's settled, and then you bring it up again. Why are you making it so difficult for me?
Because living life without you is difficult for me.
And misery wants company? Is that it?
What are you trying to tell me? That you're not miserable? That it's easy to hide your feelings for me?
Roger, stop, please.
Not until I make you understand.
No, there's something that you must understand. You must understand this. You see, it doesn't matter how I feel. Right now, I have to think very carefully and very clearly, and I must be responsible.
Well, you're not being responsible when you deny your feelings.
Oh, no, no. My children are the ones that I have to think of first right now. They are the most important people in the whole world to me. And I will not do anything that would destroy their lives or their happiness.
What about our lives? What about our happiness? Your happiness? You'll never be happy if you turn away from me, Victoria.
Clark? Huh. Maybe he's upstairs. Please don't shoot!
Why on earth would I shoot, Mrs. Roberts?
What are you doing with that gun?
Oh, I was unpacking Mr. Buchanan's belongings when I heard you calling for Mr. Roberts.
Yeah, is he here?
No, I'm afraid not, madam. He and Mr. Buchanan left a short while ago.
Well, did they say where they were going?
To the Banner, I believe.
Great, thanks. Come on, answer the phone. Yeah, hi, could I speak to Cord Roberts, please? He's not there? No, I don't suppose Clint is the... Never mind. Oh, I can't believe this. I've got to make every second count here.
Is something wrong?
Aaron, everything is wrong. Look, I have this great lead I have to follow, but Cord told me not to do anything until I could talk to him, but I don't know where he is. And if I wait to talk to him, well, then Serena and Ambrose could be out in the high seas before I even get a hold of them.
I'm afraid I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about, madam. Perhaps if you were to repeat it to me a little slower this time, I might be able to be of some help.
Is that gun loaded?
I beg pardon?
Is the gun loaded?
Well, as a matter of fact, it is. I was just putting away the ammunition to lock it up in the gun case. You know how Mr. Buchanan insists on having all loaded guns out of the house, especially with the children around.
Yeah, well, I'm not a child and I need that gun. I've got to borrow the gun.
But, Mrs. Roberts, why on earth would you want a gun?
Never mind, Karen. I'll explain to you later, all right?
But Mrs. Roberts, wait. Mrs. Roberts, please, wait.
Roger, please, it is enough. I cannot listen to another word of this. I am responsible for my children. I am responsible for their welfare. You have to know that I will not do anything that would jeopardize their having a happy childhood for something that happened 25 years ago.
Victoria, it's still happening. Our feelings for each other are as alive as they ever were.
But it doesn't matter. I love my children. I don't want them to grow up in a broken home.
Sarah and Megan survived a divorce, and they're well-adjusted adults now, aren't they?
I'm determined that I'm going to try to save my marriage. That's all there is to it.
A marriage can't work if only one person is determined to save it. I mean, if that had been the case, Carrie and I would still be married.
God, I wish you were still married.
Well, we thought about staying together for the sake of the children.
Why didn't you?
Because we knew our children were smarter than that. They could never be happy if we were miserable.
But I'm not miserable. Clint and I are going to work out our problems, and we are going to be happy again, and our children are going to be fine.
Okay. Okay, believe what you want. But think about this. You and I will always be connected. Do you think Clint will be comfortable with you knowing that?
He accepts the fact that we're Megan's parents.
Does he also accept the fact that something happens when we're together? He's not blind, Victoria. He sees you striving to fight your feelings for me. So tell me how you're going to make your marriage work, feeling the way you do. By pretending you don't love me? By saying goodbye to everything we have and pretending you won't miss it?
Oh, I will miss our friendship.
We're more than friends, Victoria, and you know it.
No, we were never meant to be more than friends. Maybe 25 years ago we were, but not now. Oh, Roger, I'm so terribly sorry if you feel that your life is slipping away from you or that you can never be happy because we can't be together, but I can't change the way you feel. Nor can I let it prevent me from getting what I want. And that is my children and my family.
Clint.
Yes, Clint. My husband. I want my husband back.
You're terrified, aren't you? I can see it in your eyes.
Don't, Roger.
No. It's all right. I understand. It's frightening to change your whole life. To realize that you have to sacrifice every comfortable, known aspect of your life in order to follow your heart. But believe me, Victoria, if you don't change, if you don't follow your heart, you'll wind up destroying all of us. Think about it.
You can't stay long, okay?
Oh, look at all the pipes and the monitors.
Gabrielle, if you want to see him later, it's okay.
I will stay. It's all right.
Just a few minutes.
Thank you, Dad. Oh, Max. Look at you. Oh, God, what's happened? I'm so sorry for all the pain I've brought in your life. This is my fault. God, I hate seeing you like this. I'd give anything to trade places with you. Max.
feel the love that I have for you. Let it give you strength to fight. Dear Lord, let him feel my love. Let it give him the strength to live. Come on, Max. Don't go. I couldn't bear the thought. Not now. Not ever.